Welcome back everyone to episode 15 of Let's Play Modded Minecraft. Slight hiccup, I'd been doing a little bit of recording about 15-20 minutes ago and then noticed that the audio input wasn't working for the microphone. So you had all the game sounds but none of me talking. Some might consider that an improvement, but it doesn't really help what we're actually trying to do. Just to recap some of the stuff I've done, which you won't be able to see otherwise. Got a few more of the plants. Filled in some of the petals from Britannia. Just added some to the drawers down here. And most importantly, got ourselves some star metal. Star metal is actually possible, but you have to do some extra hoop jumping. You have to make sure that the crystals in the temples have a clear line of sight to the sky, otherwise it just doesn't want to work, and even then some of them don't. So by going through that at the temple to the north up here, we did manage to actually get ourselves the star metal. So we'll get into a bit more of astral sorcery later on. But first I want to finish getting that latex processing unit up and ready. Had a better idea than a pump. The aqueous accumulator from thermal will do exactly what we want. So have we got no regular glass? No, apparently not. Okay. Right, fine. We'll use the clear glass for now. Let's send that to start. So the aqueous accumulator is a nice little device that will function by creating water as long as there is water on two sides of it. Basically, it's an infinite water source, like this one. But by putting that there, it will start to fill it with water, up to 8 buckets on its own internal part, and it will output through there. And what we'll do is we'll just run a pipe around the back of here to the latex processing unit to start feeding water in. And we'll then get the ones on the top of here into the top side. No, not the top side. It'll need to be this side actually, I think. Because we're going to need to put power in through the top because of the way that the wires are lined out. And then we can output. Might need to move that torch. Well, I will need to move that torch. Let's get some glowstone blocks. We need more access to more sides than I've got the space for. So let's get ourselves some glowstone. We've got some fluiducts, we're going to need more of these, so let's craft up a few there. And servos. Going to need 4 of these to pull from the latex processing unit. We don't need one for the aqueous accumulator because that auto outputs, so that is fine. And we're going to want a crescent wrench because it's going to have some sides that don't want to connect. We need the one of that. Definitely going to need some of that. And we're going to need some new LV wire. Oh yeah. Of course, this can't make it yet, and it's very difficult to get this to autocraft. So we will at some point be setting up with. No, that's the insulated low voltage. There we go. We'll be setting up the immersive engineering devices that will auto stamp things out. and that'll be down here. What kind of ones were those? I think were they just the panel ones? How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Yeah, fairly sure it's a panel rather than the big tile. Doesn't make much of a difference, but consistencies. Let's just make sure this area is nice and well lit up. Right, step 1, fluid duct into the back here. This should start filling with water, which it does. Beautiful. And we don't need that connection. Add these on and set to ignore. And that fills up with fluid. So now it's just the energy that we need, which I'm going to place that there, and then we're going to have to take it to the back over here. Which I think we can then take to there, and then if we just create that, off like that, I think this will work. Yes, and boom. And that starts filling with power and starts creating our tiny dry rubber. So the next step is to output this into a factorizer. I think it's going to be the best way to do it. Either the factorizer or the sequential fabricator, both from thermal. Both have the beautiful way of crafting things together. So what's the recipe required for this? Not much at all. Good. Right, let's do that, and then we should be able to just output it into there and then import it into our refined storage system. Put the other glowstone down in a little bit. So this is a machine I haven't used before, so this could be interesting. Okay, we are now on the low power. Okay. That's draining power a lot faster than I envisaged it would. Let's put a pause on that for a second. Let our system tick up. We're going to need more power. Okay, that's going to be today's job. Get more power into the machinery. Right, okay. Device frame, redstone servo, 2 iron gears, and yeah, sure, whatever. A factorizer. I don't think this actually requires power. I think that's the purpose of that's a hardened fluid duct, not an item duct. That's why it's not connecting to any of the sides. I'm like, why is that not hooking up? Because it's the wrong type of duct. So where's our regular item duct? Import item duct, there we go. Might need to rejig the latex processing unit though, because I don't know if it can ever connect through the front. Should be able to. Let's just give it a rotate round. And that's broken all of the things. Huh. Right, back in a minute. I need to sort this out now. I've messed everything up. Okay, one very quick fix. Yeah, it's just because it's paused. It doesn't do anything while it is paused. So it's going to be about the power aspect. So let's just double check that this works. Yeah, it's not super fast, not super slow, but it does work. Cool. So we just need to find a place in the system now for dry rubber. I could have also just used a compacting drawer actually for this, I think. But I've made the machine now. It is what it is. Yeah, just in there will be fine. And then this needs to get furnaced up. Into plastic. So let's teach our system that, and then we'll need to find a place to put the plastic. It'll auto output to one of the free slots that we've got at the far end. There we go, there it is. So let's just put that in there. Oh, out space for industrial hemp seeds in the usual one. And create biofuel out of them, I think, or plant oil. That's probably going to be what we'll do. For now, though, we're just going to void those. Be a while until we've got a facility for that. The biofuel is probably a good idea to get into as a renewable resource. Right, okay, so that's now latex processing unit able to be run, but not on a permanent basis. And we're going to need to output yeah, so we'll output out at the top. We'll stick an importer on the top of there and just run some cables down that. And we need a way of putting oak logs automatically into there rather than me coming down and putting that in. So we need a placer of some description. Like, I don't know, the block placer from the same mod. Which needs 3 droppers and 4 bits of plastic. So we'll need to run this a little bit, which I'm reticent to do without changing the power. Right, I'm going to go and have a quick look at what we can do about power, because at the moment this is consuming a lot, that will consume more, and this just won't keep up. So back shortly once I've had a look through all my power options and we know what we can aim for. Okay, so having rejigged the bottom area into medium voltage, it is not taking any extra power, so I can only assume that the thermoelectric generators do not kick out as much power as I remember them doing with just lava and water. So we're gonna have to leave the addition to the infrastructure of the base for now, simply because we can't can't increase it without getting more either thermoelectric generators and tessellating those out a bit, or having a new source of power, and we're just not in the position to get that just yet. I'm thinking biofuel is probably going to be the way we're going to go. We've got access to spider eyes and the like, which is the initial part. We'll need to set up some kind of auto farming for that though, 'cause we're going to need to put preferably 9 different types of plant into it in order to get the most out of it, which is one of the benefits of PAMs having many different types. So we will be using that. There we go. We will be using that to power our biofuel, along with the extra seeds from the industrial hemp. Yeah, so that's not worked out as I wanted at all. This Britannia stuff, I'm thinking I'm going to move it. I'm going to set it up here. So I'll finish off the house between episodes, I think, and get this area laid out how I want it. So we'll be bringing that stone wall up and along, then probably putting like a living rock wall around the edge to make it look nice. We're going to need a second mana spreader and mana pool later anyway, so I'll make those and just use them to take it from up here to, or down here to up there, and then over, and I'll reset this up. I have had a thought that there is a way to do vertical transmission of redstone using integrated dynamics, so we'll have a play around with that when we get around to moving the stuff up there. I don't know if I'll have it completely set up by the time I do the next recording, or whether that will be something we do next time. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that the power does not work the way I remembered it. So we'll just have to take that one as a learning experience. And once I've got a little bit more set up, we'll start moving all of that around. Next episode, I'm hoping to do some more of the astral sorcery stuff, as we managed to get the star metal. So I will look up exactly what resources I'm going to need for that, and get all of that collected together, so we can just jump straight into that next time. So thank you very much for joining me this episode, and I will see you next time.